All right. Hey, welcome to another week. I wanted to quickly talk a little bit about breakouts. Breakouts are important. It's lots of different ways that you can do breakouts, but basically, you're looking for the stock breaking through resistance trend or line. And I've got Workhorse pulled up here. I wanted to talk a little bit about what we see here as an example. So, Workhorse had this great dip, as we know, when they were told they were not getting the USPS contract. So this turns into a reverse flagpole, and then you've got your flag right here, which is where the stock is bouncing up and down. So what you're looking for is you're looking for a breakout out of this line, um, you know, to, to see upward movement. And you're also looking at volume. Volume takes a play when the average volume is greater than, excuse me, when the volume is greater than the average. So we use a 20-day moving average, which is this line here on the volume chart. And you want to see a nice green bar like this one, where it shows that volume is greater. So what this means is when there's a breakout above this resistance line, which has been drawn right there with higher volume, what that is saying is that the bulls are being aggressive. The bulls are really pushing this stock up more than average volume for the day, and they're really wanting to push it up. And it busted through the ceiling, right? It busted through that resistance, and that just means that things are starting to move, and not all of the time, but um, over looking over history of charts, that typically means that your chances of the stock going up are going to be greater and have an opportunity to get a nice run. So that's the first thing is you want it to bust through the ceiling. You want your volume to be greater than average, greater than the 20-day moving average. And then you also want to wait to enter until it reaches the highest high of that flag. So in this case, you've you've got this one right here, which, if I just look, it's like at 1975. So you'd want it to be above 1975. You may even, because you're so close to the 200 is right there at that 20 mark. So you might even also, even to be safer, more conservative, just say, once it's above 20, then I'm going to go for it. So that would be a play on Workhorse that you could look for. And so this is a way that you can look at stocks is you can go through your stocks, find stocks that are trading in a pattern. This is an upside down flag pattern or, or a reverse flag pattern, and look for it to break up and on higher volume. And if that's the case, then that is a good opportunity. You also want to see your strength, your RSI, to be moving in the right direction. And we do see that it is starting to move in the right direction, right? Right here. It's creeping. It's not showing us anything fancy, but it is creeping in the right direction. So that is one. Now let me show you one that is um, you know may not be a good opportunity, but just showing that you can do this with your charts and help you learn. Here is a descending triangle pattern where you have this triangle. You've got it hitting up, and this is iRobot. Didn't mention that. So what I say is, right now volume's not very good. It's getting close, but volume's not very good. And also look here, I drew these lines here. This shows the momentum is heading downward. Look at these lines here. They're going in the wrong direction. So you would really want to see a huge spike. And maybe if there was a really big spike, something like over here, maybe that could really turn momentum around. Now, it is right. It's interesting. It's right at these support levels of the moving average. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens with iRobot. If it jumps up and takes off, but again, we want it to go higher than this area here, 137 to be conservative. You want it to really take off. So I look at this one and I say, well, this is probably not a one that's going to be a big breakout opportunity. It might be trading sideways. You know, depending on premiums, it may be an opportunity for a sell to open put. Um, but those are ways that I would look at this stock. Um, you'd want to see something happen dramatic in order to convince me to jump into that one. So, hope that helps you learn a little bit more about breakouts. We'll probably do more in the future, but wanted to get a video out. I am looking to fix some of my charting tools that I was using Market Watch to get the bid and the asks in, um, but that looks like they changed some things on their websites. And so it's been a challenge trying to export or import them into my spreadsheets. So as soon as I get that fixed, we'll be able to focus some more on some of those sell to opens. But if you have any questions about any stocks that you're interested in, reach out, and I'll let you know what our thoughts are. Happy Sandbagger Trading. Bye bye.